I, as a Great Lakes diver, have one small confession to make. The Great Lakes are largely empty of fish. If you go down anywhere in the Great Lakes, the only fish you're likely to see is this guy here, the burbot, a freshwater cod. And while burbots are a very cool but lazy fish, the Great Lakes has more to offer than this. Yet there are many people I know, some with thousands of dives in the Great Lakes, and this is the only fish they will ever encounter. Those who have watched some of my videos will know the St. Clair River is teeming with fish, but even then, it's only a small fraction of what the Great Lakes truly has to offer. If you pull out a guidebook of Great Lakes fish, you will see dozens and dozens and dozens of species that scuba divers never see. And the question is, where are these fish and how do you find them? The answer comes from a misunderstanding. This is the Great Lakes, right? Wrong. The Great Lakes really looks like this: a vast collection of ponds, streams, swamps, and rivers that eventually feed into the big lakes. And it's here where you will find many of the Great Lakes fish species that nobody encounters. And that is the purpose of this project: to go to the places largely unexplored to see the fish that have largely been unseen. This truly is uncharted territory, and I'll show you why. If you were to walk the entire Great Lakes, it's 9,400 miles of shoreline. The number of rivers alone in Michigan dwarfs that number. In fact, it's more comparable to the amount of shoreline in the entire United States. With such a huge area, where does one start? Where does one begin? Well, we can't just sit around. Let's just jump right in. It happened by accident, but oh boy, it was one show. The golden shiner is one of the prettiest freshwater fish I've ever encountered. This incredible native fish, if it's lucky, is used as a bait fish. If unlucky, is discarded like some sort of pest. The golden shiner prefers quiet ponds and swamps, and because of that, is largely unseen by people going into water. What a great way to start this diving year. I can't wait to sit here and get these guys in close for a nice shot. Hey dude, we're kind of having a moment here. What are you doing in my shot? Oh, chasing all my fish away? Okay, probably just a one-off. Let's wait him out. Oh, please don't. Great, he's going for it again. He's going to chase my fish off and ruin my shot once more. He has to be bored by now. He isn't? Okay, fine. Fine. We will go someplace else, Mr. Turtle. While filming the Golden Shiners was, in hindsight, a failure, there were a lot of valuable lessons learned from this adventure. The first was you have to care about topside weather. A sunny day and a cloudy day made a drastic difference in the pictures you got and the colors of the fish. Okay, fine, we'll leave. I'll film Golden Shiners somewhere else on another day. A few weeks later, I really found my rhythm and got into things pretty good. It's now early May and I'm in Pinery Provincial Park, Ontario. The Pinery is dominated by the old Asabo Channel, a man-made swamp that is teeming with fish. Traveling through the swamp can be quite difficult as it's loaded with plants and, worse still, predators hiding amongst the weeds. You would frequently swim over northern pike, lying in wait, looking for easy prey. There had to be an easier way, and sure enough there was. The park's storm drains were an easy place to find and film lots of fish. Due to the fact there was one way in and one way out, the fish had to go right past you or back into the undertow, their pick, which made filming them a whole lot easier. Very soon, I started encountering new fish, such as this largemouth bass, a species I have never seen in the St. Clair River, but common in all other bodies of water that are not large lakes or rivers. Wait, who's that? Oh, a quillback, a native suckerfish. Right up close. The quillback is a shy fish and can be easily identified by its very tall dorsal fin spike, which it uses to make itself unappealing to predators, but unfortunately very appealing to below blue water diver. Let's try again at night now. I'll be honest with you, swimming into this tube at night with all kinds of fish just lurking beyond your view can be intimidating at times. Your eyes scan for any movement, and just an instant of seeing a fish, you have to identify it correctly. And what we have here is the European carp, a long way from Europe. This guy has been introduced all around the world and is quite good at what he does because he persists all around the world. Wait, what was that? I barely got a good look at him. And another one. And another one. Oh, this has to be the American gizzard shad. Gizzard shad are normally a very shy fish, but in a tube, they have nowhere to go but right in front of you, which makes filming them a little bit easier compared to open water. I guess you could say it's as easy as shooting fish in a barrel. Trying to slip away unnoticed were these beautiful yellow bullhead catfish, a new species for me, but everywhere in the storm drains of the Pinery Park. The yellow bullhead is a medium-sized catfish at about 10 inches and is an opportunistic predator eating anything it can get its hands on, including each other. This is something you often read about, but rarely see, a yellow bullhead catfish eating another yellow bullhead catfish. And at this moment, I realized I should have brought my macro camera, but oh well, you will make do with what you got. Eventually, you have to turn around and leave the pipe, which causes most of the fish to come back in or follow you out, which can lead to some repeat encounters. So this was already a great dive with 5 new species encountered, and I didn't think it could get much better until it did. Waiting for me right as I left was an eye-tailed bowfin. This fish is a true living fossil, far older than garpike, far older than lake sturgeon, and yet it gets none of the attention as the others. Seemingly its own fault, as it ran away from me. Rats. Waiting for me in the grass was an encounter I hope not to have. This 5-foot northern pike had locked eyes on me and was determining if he could take me on or not, which led to a tense standoff to see who would flinch first. Ever since that tiger muskie tried to bite me in the fall, I've had nightmares about this exact moment, but thankfully the pike broke first and swam off into the weeds without making a ripple. With a successful Pinery trip under my belt, I was determined to explore more in other bodies of water. I did not wait long before I made another incredible discovery. Stay safe, dive often, and I'll see you on the next one. If you liked what you saw, leave a like and a comment. I try to answer everyone I can. And consider subscribing. We have a lot more great content on the way. See you next time.